Ladies and gentlemen, this evening's performance of
The Diz Explorers
will begin in 2 minutes. Excellent
listening
locations are still available all around Showcase Promenade. Due to the use of
alcohol and opinions.
around the lagoon, for your safety, we request that you remain on the promenade side of all railings. During the show, please watch your step and take small children firmly by the hand. Once again, this evening's performance of
The Diz Explorers
will begin in just 2 minutes. Thank you.
And welcome to another episode of the Diz Explorers podcast, where each week we explore the different avenues of the great Disney universe. So this week it is myself and two of the ladies. We've got Adrianne.
Hello.
And the Duchess.
Hi, everybody.
So a few episodes back we played a little elimination game, and we used the topics of, we had movies and then the parks. So there was one other topic that the list Jessica had, which was characters. And then we decided to add a fourth, which is songs. Songs from the movie, songs from the parks, whatever. So that list we made up ourselves. But this first one we're going to go through is a list of characters. And I don't know, maybe some others will spark along from the 10 that they have here. So some of them are, I just am looking at this again from 2 weeks. So there's some good matchups and there's some obvious ones, I guess, to me. But everybody's different, so we'll see what actually happens. But so the first one is Maleficent or Olaf.
And we choose the one we're getting rid of, right?
Yes, we would choose who we would eliminate.
Olaf.
Yeah,
yes,
I agree.
Absolutely.
As much as I love him, just how do you beat Maleficent? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless Olaf has a sword, it's not happening.
Yeah. I mean, he's super cute, and Josh Gad's delivery of all of his lines were fabulous, but yeah, it's not even a contest.
No. Nope. Maleficent in any of her forms is definitely much cooler than Olaf. No pun intended, because he's a snowman. All right, so that one was easy. This one is, we have Maximus from Tangled or Zazu.
Oh.
I think I'd say Maximus.
You would
just because I get rid of him.
Okay.
Just because Zazu, I feel like, has a more pivotal role in kind of shaping who Simba is, and he's sort of, I don't know, he's just a more memorable character, I think. But I like both of them.
Okay, I'm gonna go opposite. Zazu was I get where you're coming from, and you are correct, but as far as likability, Maximus, the relationship between him and Flynn, just, I don't know, I laughed every time when they would, mess with each, from the first chase scene to throughout the whole movie when they would just mess with each other and hit each other and kicking, punching, and even into the shorts. And if you watch the series that's on Disney Channel now, it kind of continues into there, even though Maximus isn't on there that often. But
Oh, I didn't realize he was on it at all. That's interesting.
Very, very, very rarely is Maximus on. How about you, Adrianne?
Yeah, I'm going with Zazu as well. I'm agreeing with you. I love what's that short? Is it Tangled Ever After?
The one with the
one
rings?
they get married?
Yes,
yeah.
I think so, yeah.
The whole sequence with the ring is hilarious.
Hysterical.
Yeah.
Where he gets dressed up like the lady. Like a lady horse. Yes.
It's the whole thing.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's insanity. It's like a Looney Tunes skit.
So I think that's what tips it over the edge for me.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go with that. All right. So next, to me, is fairly obvious. I don't know who paired this one up. Princess Leia or Mulan.
Mulan.
Yeah, it's not even. It's not even close.
And I love Mulan.
I like that movie. I mean, if it was a different, like, female lead, maybe there would have been more of a chance. But I don't know. I mean, how do you? It's Princess Leia. I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I agree because as a kid, Princess Leia was the first princess that I ever saw that could also, kick somebody's ass. And Mulan can do that too, but Princess Leia came first.
Right.
And I just feel like she was a bigger deal to me than Mulan was.
Well, yeah, because Mulan, while was trying to be honorable and kind of had to, her hand was forced, being that she had to try to pretend to be a man to join the army for her father. She did also kind of, she was disobedient as well as trying to be honorable, I guess, and did come out, victorious in the end. But Princess Leia was just kind of like kick ass and take names from the beginning and really could give two blanks about what you thought about her. You know what I mean? She wasn't trying to hide nothing. She was who she was, and that was it. Right?
Yeah, she was a more complicated character.
Oh, yeah,
sure.
without a doubt. But that first, scenes of Princess Leia when they rescued her, she was immediately like, who the hell are you clowns, kind of. You know what I mean? So.
Well, even before that, she was, I'm a giant Star Wars nerd, but she was 19 years old and had to make the choice of sacrificing her home planet versus giving up the hope of the entire rebellion.
True, that's right. Yep, true.
Yeah. 19.
I know.
I'm sorry.
You're right.
I could really geek out.
No, that's fine. I forget. You're right.
You're among fellow geeks.
Yeah, that's right.
True.
Yeah, I
True.
don't think anybody's going to complain. Okay, so that was an easy one for sure. All right, so next, it's just these are like opposite ends of the spectrum, so it's odd. They're just odd pairings. You'll see when we get to the song ones. I think we made more sense of how this is probably supposed to go, but these are like way off. Like, so it's Gaston or Jiminy Cricket. Like, that doesn't even make sense. Like, that doesn't make sense.
Maybe they're both well dressed.
A villain.
I don't know.
You got a villain against, like, the spokesperson for all things good. I don't. It's like, it makes no. Maybe it does make sense. Maybe you have like a model citizen or cricket, if you would, against a buffoon. I don't know, a Neanderthal, less refined. I don't know.
That's not really comparable though, because they do different things.
It's weird. I don't know. Hey, we can edit these as we go along too. I don't know who would be a better match with Gaston. Man, I'm trying to think of.
Maybe Ursula, because she's a villain.
That's what I was trying to think of, like other villains or somebody like Frollo from. The Hunchback.
If it's between those two, I get rid of Gaston because Frollo is just so terrifying that he fascinates me.
Frollo was one mean bastard, man. I mean,
oh my god.
Gaston was just kind of dumb, like mob mentality, but Frollo was conniving. I mean, he was like, manipulative, if you would.
He burned Paris just because he could.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Pretty much in any matchup, I'm gonna get rid of Gaston. I love him. I love his characterization in the parks.
Yes.
But in the movie, he's so one-dimensional. Like, there's nothing there.
No, there's nothing there.
I will say the live action one really made him better for me. I really loved him in that one, and in the animated one, I just thought he was kind of boring sometimes. Like, it was too much after a while. Mm-hmm. But I thought in the live action they did a better job with him.
Yeah, I still haven't seen it, but that's what I'd heard from you guys and then from other people. I guess they really gave him some depth, so that's always better. All right. Very good, very good. This other one's very odd, too. But I think I understand the pairing. So it's Baymax or Sebastian. So, and my thinking of why they're together is because
They're red.
yes, no, no, well, but yes, I think because they both have a similar purpose to kind of look after the lead character, where Sebastian is kind of told to keep an eye on Ariel and keep her out of trouble, and Baymax sort of, while he was created to be a nurse, if you would, for everybody, he kind of ends up watching after Hero, and then and then the whole Big Hero 6 clan, and especially towards the end, almost the final scene there. So I guess I get that parallel, but other than that,
So who would you keep?
Oh man,
who would you toss?
This one's tough because The Little Mermaid is like my favorite movie from that time period, or like any time period, because that was like, I don't know, that was like the first movie of that great run of movies, and I loved Sebastian because I liked that song and that scene, and he's got so many great quotable lines.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know, this is tough because Big Hero 6 I really, really liked a lot too. I thought that was
I think I'd have to get rid of Baymax just because Sebastian is like one of the most legendary Disney characters ever. Like, how do you not have him?
I think I'm gonna have to go with you on that, only for sentimental reasons and nostalgia reasons. Yeah, and plus, Sebastian was he had a nice little role in the Spectral Magic Parade, so that's always that's always a high on my list. So, yeah, I hate to do it, but I think so too. I think I would keep Sebastian. How about you, Adrianne?
I actually have to go the other way.
Okay.
Really?
I love Sebastian. I do, and I'm with you for all those same reasons: the song and how iconic he is, and all of that. But I had such a visceral connection to Baymax and his relationship with Hero, especially after the death of his brother, whose name escapes me.
Tadashi.
That's it. Tadashi, thank you. Like, seriously, at the end where he makes him say, I'm satisfied with my care, and he floats off, and I mean, like, teary thinking about it.
Oh, I cried like a baby.
So, yeah.
I openly wept during that scene. I can't even deny it. That was rough.
And plus, when you meet him in the parks, he's just so squishy.
Oh, that was so awesome.
So, yeah.
Well,
I really love Baymax.
That's what was tough for me, because that was my youngest son, who's 5 now. That was, I believe, his first movie that he kind of took to, and he never called him Baymax. He called him Hairy Baby. Because from the commercials, like on the Disney Channel, the promos were always that scene where he was like half deflated and he was petting the cat, saying "Hairy Baby." So that's what Dominic called him until he knew. I think now he knows who he is, and that's when they were doing that meet and greet, and he was just like starstruck that the fact that
Hairy Baby was right there.
Yeah. So he didn't want to go near him, but he was cautiously.
And that whole scene where he's deflating and his batteries are running out.
Hysterical. He's like, he's drunk.
I mean, we quote that all the time.
Yep, me
all
too.
the time.
With the tape, putting the tape over him at the police station. Yeah, he's got holes in him all over the place. No, that's.
We fell out a window.
Yeah.
I mean.
Low
It's
battery. I guess I can categorize that movie as underrated, I think, because I think it did. I don't know what the numbers were in the theater, but it doesn't seem to be, like, it wasn't super talked about afterwards, I don't think. And I thought that movie was fantastic. Like, that's high up there on my list.
Yeah.
With rewatchability and the character, development.
All the characters. I know we're supposed to be talking about Baymax, but like Wasabi and
all of them.
Yoga, all of them.
Fred.
Yes. That
That
and
whole
the fact that there's a Stan Lee cameo.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I know.
Come on.
I know.
That movie's fabulous.
The series just started on TV.
Did it?
Yep. Or no.
I'm so out of the loop.
This weekend it started. The third. Yes, the third should have been the first one. I haven't watched it yet, but I know it started because I was excited about it. The kids are like, I'm like, oh my god, I gotta set the DVR. They're like, for what? I'm like, new Baybacks. They're like, Dad. I'm like, well, I don't care if you guys don't want to watch it. That's what I want to watch. Hey, they watch DuckTales with me every time. They sit and they watch. So I got that part right. All right, so moving on. We have this one makes sense. Now we're getting to ones that make sense. So this is Tiana or Snow White.
Snow White.
I would get rid of Snow White.
Yep.
Not one of my favorite movies. I appreciate its legacy and what it meant for the company and the fact that it financed Disneyland and it was, breaking ground for everything it did. And I appreciate all that and I understand and respect it for that, but it's a hard movie.
But based solely on the character.
It's a hard movie to sit down and watch.
Yeah.
It really, really is. It was on TV recently on the Disney Channel, I don't know, a month or so ago, and Stephanie and I ended up watching it because it must have been at night after the kids were sleeping, or one of the kids was up with us, and we're watching it, and when it was over, she's like, these movies are hard to watch. She said because and she hit the nail on the head because she was like, there's only one storyline, and it they really drag it out as much as they could. Like there's nothing else going on but the fact that Snow White ran away and is hiding in the thing. There's there's no other storyline with the prince except for what he has to do. You know what I mean? There's no offshoots of anything. It's just that one thing. And boy, the scene when the dwarfs were all supposed to be washing themselves before dinner, and she's like, "Why is this taking so long for them to?" I was like, "I don't know. It's filler. What do you want me to tell you?" I said, but I understood her point. It's like, oh my god, it's get it. The thing could have been a half hour if they really wanted to do it. If they did that now, nobody would sit and watch that.
It's totally true.
So, and
yeah,
Tiana was just a much better character. She had a better She had a backstory. Snow White didn't even have a backstory.
Oh, I love Tiana. She's one of the few characters that when I see her in the park, I get starstruck.
Yeah, no,
that's Tiana.
That's another movie that doesn't get enough love. I don't think, honestly. Not only for the music, but just the story and the way it's. It was back to hand-drawn animation. I mean, that movie is artistically is beautiful to me, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and it's set in New Orleans, and Disneyland has a New Orleans square.
Exactly.
You think there's a perfect opportunity to have her out all the time, and she's not really.
No
she's sometimes,
brainer.
But not as much as the other princesses, for sure.
Yep. I know we can go off topic again, but when the movie was out, or did they do a little show on the riverboat out there with her and all the characters in Disneyland?
I don't remember a show. Sometimes she does meet and greets on the riverboat, or she'll just kind of. She's in Mickey and the Magical Map, and there's a number, and she's in Fantasmic on the boat at the end.
You're right.
But other than meet and greets on the riverboat or along the water, I don't ever remember there being any specific Princess and the Frog show.
Oh yeah, they did a whole. It was like Tiana and Naveen's something Jubilee, and they would go on the Liberty Bell out on the rivers of America.
Maybe they did, and I just don't remember it. But
and it was like
they need to step it up now. If nothing else.
Definitely. And it was like a crazy, the fast jazz music, and Dr. Facilier was on there, and he did his Friends on the Other Side, and Lewis was on the. It was all the characters except Ray, pretty much. And they danced, and it was like a little 10-minute thing they would do in the middle of the day a few times. It was freaking awesome. And they didn't do it for long. I mean, they could still do it now and have it a part of the regular lineup, and I think it would still draw somewhat of a crowd.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Did you ever catch that, Adrianne? I'm trying to think.
I never did.
I think, what year did that movie come out? 08? 9?
9.
9? It was right after Tangled, right? Because Tangled was No, it was before Tangled.
No, it was the last hand drawn.
That's
so
right.
Tangled was 2010,
That's
and
right.
Princess and the Frog was 2009.
That's right. You're right. Okay. All right. So I guess that was fairly easy too. So this next one is tough for me. Adrianne, I think, will have a bias. So we'll see, though. I don't know. So it's Flynn Rider.
I'm gonna struggle.
It's Flynn Rider or Han Solo.
Oh,
my
no,
two
this is
favorites.
hard.
This hard, right?
They're my two favorites.
It's easy for me. I got to pick Flynn Rider because Tangled. I mean, I love Star Wars, but
Wait, you mean you picked Flynn to stay?
I think I'd pick Flynn to stay. Yeah.
Okay, are we talking Han Solo original trilogy where Harrison Ford actually cared? Or
Yes. Let's go with that one.
Okay.
Because it's clearly, as he's not in any of the other ones. Yes.
As much as it kills me, I think I would get rid of Flynn Rider just because I feel like Han Solo was, the scoundrel, bandit, rebel guy first.
yeah, exactly. He's the inspiration for Flynn Rider.
There's definitely
Right?
some Han Solo elements in Flynn. So
And I feel like if I'm keeping Leia, I have to keep Han. So that's the only reasoning I got, really, because they're pretty neck and neck.
I got you.
I can't even begin to tell you how excited I am to meet him in December at that little breakfast.
Flynn, I know I'm
Yes.
ridiculously jealous that you're getting to go and do that. Stupid jealous, because when that first came online, it was when we were going last year, and my father tried like hell to get anything, anytime, anyhow, 2 tables of 3 instead of 1 table of 6, and it was just literally impossible to get anything. So to get Rapunzel and Flynn and Ariel and Eric, done. I'd be.
Yeah.
I don't know even know who else is going to be there. I don't care because it's just those 4, and I'd be happy. Who else is it? It's got to be one more.
That's it.
Oh,
No,
it's just those 4.
Just those 4, the 2 couples.
That's even better.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome right there. I'd be like fanboying over Ariel and because she's in people form. It's not mermaid Ariel. It's walking
Fancy
around
dress.
Ariel, so it's
Yeah.
less weird. I guess. I don't know.
So Milford just jumped on, and Milford, to explain, we're discussing Han Solo versus Flynn Rider. Who would you eliminate?
It would have to be Flynn Rider. Sorry,
No, I think we're mostly on your page.
because I'm Star Wars fanboy for sure.
It's okay. I had to stand on an island for a few of the other ones, so I'll stand again.
You're getting used to standing on that island.
Yeah, well. I'm sure there's somebody somewhere that's with me. But... All right. So now, this is another good one too. So we've got Mike Wazowski or Mr. Potato Head. I'm keeping Potato Head. He was the original wisecracker, man. You can't beat Don Rickles. I mean, Wazowski.
Yeah, but Billy Crystal.
Yeah, but I like Billy Crystal, but Mike was, I don't know, he was whiny with some of the things, and Monsters University is.
Oh, well, we don't talk about that.
We don't count that movie.
I know, but it's still there. Yeah, so I love Mr. Potato Head. He's awesome. So I would keep him. I'd get rid of Wazowski.
Yeah, I'm keeping Wazowski.
Okay.
Love him.
I think I'd keep him too, just because I can remember more of his lines than Mr. Potato Head. He kind of sticks out more in my head.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Mr. Potato Head's a classic. I mean, forget
Yeah.
the movie. Forget the movie. I mean, Mr. Potato Head's been around for a very long time.
True. In that respect.
And he talks to you in California Adventure. He's interactive.
I know.
That's awesome.
He used to
Well,
be.
he does that at Disney World too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where?
He used to. I don't think
Hollywood Studio.
I don't think he's there anymore. I think
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
No, he's still there, isn't he?
No.
You know,
No.
I haven't read
It's
in a very long
gone.
time. Did they take them out when they added the third track?
Yep.
Oh,
Actually, before that, it was shut down, and I don't know why. Because when that thing worked well, that animatronic was fantastic. Oh, it was really awesome.
yeah.
I think the main reason was it was holding up the line. Because people were stopping to take pictures, video his thing. I think it was screwing with the line.
I could see that.
I believe it's still there. It's just curtained off.
Mm-hmm.
That thing was fantastic. That was really awesome.
Maybe it's it's become the new globe. They're trying to figure out how to fix it.
Yeah, that's right. It's like the Yeti. Disco Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah.
All right, so this one is another oddball one. I just don't get the correlation of these two at all. So it's Lightning McQueen or Captain Hook.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
It just
either.
makes no sense. So we can change that to make it make sense somehow. I don't know. I mean,
It's because they're red, right?
well, yeah, it's red. It's the color red again.
I think I would have done Captain Hook or Captain Jack.
Oh.
Oh, well, that's easy. Captain Hook's a scaredy cat. I like Captain Hook, but he's a wuss.
Yeah. Well, Captain Jack is kind of too in some cases.
Yeah, but he was funnier.
Yeah.
And there was rum.
Yeah, but if we're going with Once Upon a Time's Captain Hook,
I
he's pretty.
didn't watch that. Yeah, now
I just like that Jack always ends up on his feet and Captain Hook never does. So, I mean,
it's like a cat. Yeah, Captain Hook never did. Well, like Hook from Dustin Hoffman, Captain Hook was cool.
I think that's a problem with Captain Hook is that he has had so many iterations that
Yeah.
That's true.
it's tough to pick just the one.
Right.
Like I really enjoy him in Tinkerbell and the Pirate Fairy.
Yes. In his early
Voice-
beginnings, yeah.
Yeah, I really like that. So
When his name is James.
and
He's-
voiced by Tom Hiddleston.
That's right. He actually, and now my kids don't watch this show anymore, but he was very entertaining in Jake and the Neverland Pirates.
Yes.
So, what we've learned today is that I am a 41-year-old man boy that still watches cartoons.
I'm there with you.
You know
I
why?
still watch cartoons, and I'm 50, so.
Because cartoons are happy and they make me laugh.
Yes.
There's no sadness in cartoons. There's no drama. That's not done in 6 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, it was funny. Now, I'm going to go way off real quick because we're talking about cartoons. So we just replaced our TV and got one of those smart TVs, and it has all these apps and crazy stuff in it, Roku and everything else. So there's a bunch of different cartoon ones, and there's one that's all classic cartoons from like stuff we all would have watched on TV. So like good Looney Tunes and Dick Dastardly, Yogi Bear, and Grape Ape, and all of them. You have to pay for the service. And it's like a monthly fee or whatever, but I was looking through some of the stuff that they had on it last night because I was going to put Old Daffy, because my daughter was like, oh, look, they have Old Daffy Duck. I'm like, yes, they do. So I was looking for, all the good duck season, rabbit season ones, and I was like, damn it, I have to sign up and pay for this stuff. But it's like, I'm super stoked that stuff is available because they don't play any of that stuff on TV anymore.
Mm-mm.
So, but none of the Disney shorts are on there, unfortunately, that I saw. None of those ever get released to any of those services. Maybe once whatever happens with whatever the hell's happening with Netflix or whatever's going on with that.
What was it, Boomerang?
It's Boomerang, but then there was another one. It was like Boomerang Classic. It was called like Cartoon. It was an app through Roku.
Oh, okay. I'll have to look because I just got a TV that's got Roku.
Yeah. Oh, it's really, really cool. You got to go. If you go, you can do it through the TV, but you can go online too if you're on your account and just add all the things on there. And it wasn't like terribly expensive either. It's like, for the monthly thing. So.
Yeah, not like Comcast wants for it.
Oh, I don't know. I don't have Comcast around here, but I can only. It can't be any different than the
or Correct TV, I should say.
Crappy cable service that I have now. But okay, moving on. Okay, so this last one I crossed out because the answer is neither. They both can go. And it's Jar Jar or Hey Hey.
You are correct. They both die.
Yeah.
I mean,
I kind of love Hey Hey.
Hey Hey made me... I was just going to say, if I really had to pick one, Jar Jar can go, because he just sucks all the way around. Hey Hey...
Alan Tudyk.
Hey Hey...
I don't care if he's playing a retarded chicken. It's Alan Tudyk.
Right, well, that's what I mean. I mean, Alan Tudyk, but I did... At least Hey Hey was entertaining. I mean, it was the same
Yes.
shtick with him not being able to, constantly banging on the boat and everything else. But at least it was funny to watch. Like, I laughed. Like, when the helmet was on him and he screamed and then she took the, boat snack, the whole thing. At least he made me laugh. Jar Jar, I wanted to throw stuff at the screen.
The whole
Have
time.
you ever heard the theory that Jar Jar is a Sith Lord?
Yes, I have.
I'm assuming you don't buy that one.
No.
That's got to be the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
No. I mean, I'm open-minded to anything with Star Wars, because who the hell knows any direction that anything can go, and nobody is safe. But that one is just asinine. Absolutely asinine. And if he was, somebody would off him quicker than anything. Maybe he should be, so he can be rightfully killed out of the series. All right, so that's what we have for characters. So now we will move on to the list that we created ourselves for songs. We're going to start right off with... These are all kind of tough. I don't think there's any on here that are obvious choices, even with varying opinions and which movies you like better than the other. We tried to get all really, really good songs, so it wasn't easy. So we're going to start with A Whole New World or Beauty and the Beast, the song. So you got two classic love songs, I guess you would.
Oh gosh, that's hard.
Yeah, well, A Whole New World is my wedding song, so...
Well, you're fine.
That one has to stay. Plus, I'm not a huge fan of Beauty and the Beast. I'm just not, so...
I'm not a huge Beauty and the Beast fan, but I'm a huge Angela Lansbury fan.
Murder, She Wrote. I do like Angela Lansbury, but still.
But I'm with you. I'm getting rid of Beauty and the Beast.
Like, if... And think of it this way. Think of the scenes in the movies. Now, the Beauty and the Beast scene is basically a ballroom dance between the two characters. I get it's a pivotal point in the relationship, so is the one in Aladdin, but visually, the Whole New World scene there's a whole hell of a lot more going on with the magic carpet ride and in and out. And also, that's a pretty damn funny scene in Mickey's PhilharMagic.
Yeah, it's true.
So
Yeah, that it is.
I don't know. What do you think, Jessica?
I'm torn over here because if I'm going purely by nostalgia, my answer would be to keep Beauty and the Beast. But I think you're right, because visually, A Whole New World is a much more interesting scene. It's one that you go back and watch over and over and notice new things. Whereas Beauty and the Beast, you can just listen to the song and get it without any... Like, the dancing doesn't really add anything to it.
Right.
So I guess... I don't think it's fair to go just by nostalgia, so I guess I would get rid of Beauty and the Beast, but...
Okay.
So, I'll agree.
All right. That works. Okay, this next one is gonna kill Adrianne.
Oh gosh.
Or maybe not. No, maybe it's Melanie.
We say
I
that a
forget.
lot.
I know. Y'all are really worried about my emotional well-being.
A delicate flower, and it's okay.
Seriously.
All right, so we have Poor Unfortunate Souls or Be Prepared.
Oh. Yeah, but be prepared. I mean, come on. Yeah, Poor Unfortunate Souls has to go.
This is tough for me.
Absolutely. Poor Unfortunate Souls.
It's hard for me because of my Little Mermaid love, but I think I have to take the fanboy out of it and just... I mean, I just love Poor Unfortunate Soul. I love both songs, and Poor Unfortunate Soul just has a lot of quotable lines that I know we quote and like in my family. But Be Prepared, that scene is just powerful, man. That's a crazy scene in that movie.
I know.
It is.
Jeremy
man.
Irons is just so cool.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, he nails that role without a doubt.
Even so, I think I'd keep Poor Unfortunate Souls just because I think I sing that a lot more than I sing Be Prepared.
Yeah, I'm with you, Jessica. I think that's where I'm looking at. Yeah. Final answer. I'm keeping Ursula. Plus, she's an awesome animatronic in that attraction.
Yeah, she
I
is.
do like that scene. It's very, very good. So sad, but true. Oh boy, yeah. See, you can never underestimate the power of body language. There's so many great lines in that song. All right. So now we head to the parks. Now we got some park ones, head-to-heads. And we'll see where everybody stands. So now we have It's a Small World or In the Tiki 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 Room. So which earworm do you like more?
Get rid
Small
of It's a
World
Small
goes.
World. Yep. I'm with ya.
Yeah, Small World goes.
I have to keep one?
Yeah.
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 Yes.
I like them both. I Small World doesn't bother me. It doesn't irritate me. I love that attraction. I love the song doesn't bother me. I can listen to it and it doesn't get stuck in my head. But I think if I have to choose, I gotta keep Tiki Room. I love the Tiki Room.
Yeah, I'll keep Tiki Room. Why not?
Okay.
Completely random.
In the Tiki Tiki Tiki.
Exactly. All right. Well, that wasn't as painful as this next one is going to be. So now we have Yo Ho, Yo Ho, It's a Pirate's Life for Me, or Grim Grinning Ghosts.
Stop!
When I was writing this one down, I was like, I as much as I don't want to do it, this is going to be a good one, so I have to. Yeah,
This is the meanest one.
it is. It's very evil. As I was writing it, it hurt.
Okay.
So my choice is or. I'm choosing the or. That's the one getting rid of.
That's cheating.
I know. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like no matter which one you pick, I feel like a part of like your Disney cred will die or something. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm just gonna say one and then just pretend I didn't.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get rid of Grim Grinning Ghosts.
I'm with
And
you,
I don't.
Jessica.
I have no reason for that. It
Yeah.
just that's the first one that comes to my head.
I'm gonna go with you on that, which is probably isn't a shocker to anybody, but
Not even a little bit.
Well, I'm gonna stand out on the ledge by myself. I'm gonna say
Ooh.
Pirate's
Ooh.
Life has to go.
understandable. There's no wrong answers here in this one because it's just wrong
There's no
altogether.
right answer.
That's
yeah.
right. Yeah. It's just wrong that there's an that
It's
you have
just
to
wrong
choose.
that we put that on paper.
That's right. You are correct. All right, so let's just run right past that one. And we have Once Upon a Dream or Someday My Prince Will Come. So,
Okay. Someday my prince will come.
we'll go.
It's going away. Yeah.
I think I'm going to agree with you because of the two, Once Upon a Dream is a less annoying song.
Well, and Prince Philip joins in. And...
That's right. True. And then again, as we were discussed when we were talking about Snow White as a character, Sleeping Beauty, there was a touch more character development. Like there was a backstory for Aurora, and you know, and Maleficent. Well, you don't get that until they made the live action movie, but at least there was more backstory to Aurora than there was to Snow White. There was like, you don't even know who Snow White is. Like, how is she related to the Queen? Or, you know, there's no anything.
Yeah, she's just.
She's
pretty.
just there. She's just like Snow White. I'm gonna agree with you. I would keep Once Upon a Dream. I actually like that song.
I do too.
And the version that Lana Del Rey did for Angelina Jolie film is actually very, very good. It's very haunting and very.
Mhm.
I do like that version of it. It fits the mood of that movie. All right.
I'd say Once Upon a Dream stays.
Okay.
Yep, I agree.
Oh, look at that.
Is that our first consensus?
No. Whole New World was.
Ah.
Mhm.
And I didn't keep track with the characters, so I don't remember. Okay. So now, I don't know, this one's kind of an oddball, but either Zero to Hero from Hercules or This Is Halloween from Nightmare Before Christmas.
0 to Hero.
Yeah, I knew Milford. I knew
Oh.
Milford was gonna that's the way he was going on that one.
Well, I'm going the opposite.
Yeah, I am too. I mean, I enjoy The Nightmare Before Christmas, but it's not super high on my list. But Hercules, I love.
Yeah,
Love.
I love Zero to Hero. It's on my workout playlist.
Nice, there you go.
Honestly, that whole soundtrack could be just a workout playlist.
You're right.
Agreed.
You're
With the
right.
muses. You kidding me?
That's right.
I'm pretty sure I get a workout anytime I listen to them, whether I'm in the gym or in my car.
That's right. Yeah, you trying to do all the moves?
Oh, heck yes. If I don't embarrass my children when those songs are on, then I'm doing something wrong.
You are 100% right. You are 100% right. That's why, after all, that is why we have children, isn't it?
Exactly.
Or at least that's what we tell them.
That and chores.
And then
the free
chores.
labor
That's
are
right. Exactly.
and embarrassing. That's the whole point.
Exactly. All right. So Milford gets to be on an island this time.
Oh well.
Okay, so here's another. I feel like these are heavy in just a few certain movies, but it was those are stuff that like came to mind quickly when we were putting this together. So, so we've got Prince Ali or Be Our Guest.
Be our guest.
Be Our Guest. You're keeping.
Yep. Nope. It goes.
It goes. Yeah, I agree with you on that. That's probably my favorite scene in that movie. But Prince Ali, I mean, how the hell do you beat that?
Yeah.
That whole scene is insane. With him, Robin Williams doing a million different voices and like how he pretends
The commentators.
to be the
was my
commentators.
favorite
Yeah, exactly. I love the feathers, June.
part. Yeah. I feel like I've been very mean to Beauty and the Beast this episode. I don't mean to be.
I definitely have too, but I mean,
No, I agree though. It's one of my favorites, but I feel like the reason it works is when everything's pieced together. So if you call out like one specific thing, other movie like this song is just Prince Ali is stronger, right? It has like individual bits that are just better standalone, I think.
Yeah.
yes, I agree. Yeah, back to front, that whole thing is insane and ridiculous. I mean, Be Our Guest is a great song. I'm not saying that it's a bad
Right.
song. I mean, it's a great song, and that's a great scene. There's lots of visuals in that, and the dishes dancing and things. I feel like it kind of pales, like where there's a lot going on in Be Our Guest, like the scene with the dishes going back and forth. It feels like it's a lot of repetitive animation. You know what I mean? Like it's background stuff. But Prince Ali is like front to end, like just I don't know, just ridiculousness.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a
Yeah.
and like the whole everything, and besides the parade of animals and all the craziness that's going on based on the lyrics of the song, you have Jafar and Iago trying to keep the parade out, and Iago getting beat up as usual, and the craziness between them. So it's just like you said, it's like a complete scene. It's like I don't know, it's hard to beat it. It's hard to beat. I feel like this is turning into Aladdin versus Beauty and the Beast. So I don't know. Yeah, Prince Ali, fabulous he. All right, so next we go to we've got Part of Your World from Little Mermaid versus How Far I'll Go from Moana. I think I have to go against my beloved Ariel on this one.
Yeah, that song is so good.
How Far I'll Go is amazing. Like, choked me up the first time I heard it. I was like, wow, man, that's some powerful female empowerment stuff right there. I'm like, wow. Yeah.
And the way she sings it is just...
Oh, she nails it, man.
And when you remember that she was 16?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That song from that film, and then the one, which I think it might be a reprise of that, when she ends it with where she yells out, I am Moana.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, wow. Yes. Yeah. I'm like, yeah. And the theater was
Yes,
like,
you
yes.
are.
Yes, you are Moana.
You could return that heart.
That's right. You will.
You and your stupid chicken.
You will
Do
board.
it.
You will board my boat. I have to watch that movie again.
I know, it's
My
good.
kids were not super high on it, and it made me mad.
We were for a while. But, you know, after 2 weeks, everything fades in this house.
No, I hear you. My little guy liked it and wanted to see. He loves the soundtrack. His favorite song from that is the one about Away, Away.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of the name. Away.
Where most of it's not in English.
Yeah,
That
where it's
one.
in. Yeah, well, and you know what? And those are the words he could sing better than the English words. Because then
Yeah,
I had
my
to.
kid.
Because then I had to, like, on if you have Amazon Music, it shows the lyrics as it's, if you look at it on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
On your device. So I was like, I gotta know what they're saying now, because he was saying things. I'm like, all right, maybe he's just reciting what he hears. He's 4, because this movie came out last year. I was like, he's just saying what he's hearing, and I'm reading listening to the song and reading along to the lyrics. I'm like, no, god damn it, he's speaking correct words. They're Hawaiian words, but he's speaking them. But so
Yeah, my kid does the same thing, and I'm in awe every time. Like, how do you do that?
Well, because they don't know, they don't know.
Yeah.
I guess is what it's like, the innocence of childhood, I guess. They don't know that it's another language. They're still, like he's learning to read now. He's in kindergarten, so we read with him every night in these books that he can recognize the sight words or pop-up words that they're learning. And I take it for granted because I have 2 older kids. I know we're off topic here, but it still amazes me that they learn this stuff. Like, I don't know why. Like, he started kindergarten in September. He's only been 3.5 months of school, and he reads, the whatever 8 or 10 words that they go, and to and of and it and the, you know what I mean? So, like, I'll read a book to him, and I'll read the words he doesn't know, and he reads his sight, and it's just, to me, it's just amazing to put them together. That I don't know why. Anyway, moving on. Enough about learning to read. All right, so now we have the Unbirthday Song versus You Can Fly.
I'd get rid of Unbirthday, I think. Because I just feel like you Can Fly works. I hear that one in the parks, and it's kind of exciting, and it's, oh my gosh, you're in a Disney park, versus when I hear the Teacup song, I just kind of like, ugh, after 10 minutes, I can't take it anymore.
Well, and which one gets the most play in any of the shows, like fireworks or anything else? It's You Can Fly.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Yeah, well, Peter Pan became a more iconic film, and those songs, with the popularity of Tinkerbell.
Right.
I'm going to go the other way. I do like You Can Fly, but while the Unbirthday song itself is not as great, I don't think, as You Can Fly, I like that scene in that movie much better, where it leads into the whole Mad Tea Party. That scene I enjoy a lot more than the You Can Fly scene. So I'm gonna base mine on that.
I think I'm with Jessica. I don't have any real reasons. Just, like, that's my first instinct.
Sometimes that's a good reason. Sometimes. So in the final
What
one,
did Milford say?
Oh no, he said he'd keep You Can Fly, right?
Yeah, You Can Fly.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, and so for the final one we have here, Battle of the Tearjerkers, I guess. So we have When You Wish Upon a Star versus A Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes. And there is a correct answer for this one.
Can I guess what the correct answer is? No, I would keep When You Wish Upon a Star, because that's what you hear when you walk under the castle drawbridge.
I mean, gonna say if you don't pick that one, then as with Yoho and Grim Grinning Ghosts, you definitely lose some Disney street cred. Even though they do, sell you on the, A Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes thing as well. But When You Wish Upon a Star is, I guess, such an iconic song in the parks. I mean, I know Pinocchio is not the most popular movie, but that song is definitely runs rampant from promotional stuff from years ago to in wishes for the 15 years and various other everythings. But some people may like Cinderella better.
I do like Cinderella better.
As a movie, yes.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
And I think I even like that song better. But I'm with you on the whole connection to the parks thing. And it feels like it's so connected to Walt.
Yes.
And how he felt about what he had created.
I agree. Even though he really didn't associate it with himself, it kind of became associated with him. But it fits, though. It's not like it's like an advertising thing,
right? As
it is with him. It kind of fits his persona, type thing.
Mm-hmm.
While in the movie Pinocchio, the scene is less than stellar when he's singing it. It's really nothing going on.
Right.
A Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes is definitely a much better scene in that movie. Cinderella's a better movie altogether anyway. Pinocchio is friggin' disturbing.
Yes.
I mean, damn, that was on not that long ago either, and my younger two were watching it, and I'm watching it, I'm like, oh God, I can't wait for the questions to come on this one.
Yeah. I was in Disneyland a couple weeks ago and I went on the dark ride and I was thinking that the whole time of this is really scary, especially after Pleasure Island starts turning into a mess.
Yeah.
You're just kind of like, holy cow, this is really dark.
But even before that, like the whole scene after, and I had forgotten a lot of that movie just because it wasn't one I remember watching a lot as a kid, probably because my mother was probably the same way. She was like, oh no, I'm not dealing with this nightmare fodder. The whole thing of after the I've Got No Strings, where Stromboli takes him and basically locks him in a cage and everything, I'm like, holy crap, what a friggin' tyrant. Like he was a mean son of a bitch. Like I forgot about that whole scene, like afterwards, where he locks him in his little traveling circus thing and is like, you're never gonna see Geppetto again, and laughs and you're gonna make me money and everything else, and he's smacking the bird cage that he's got him on around like it's a piñata. I'm like, wow.
I don't remember that. I guess I'm gonna have to go back and watch it.
Yeah, the whole scene after is, I mean, I'm elaborating a little bit. It's not that brutal, but it's like when you compare scenes to some of those older movies to what is out today, it's like, wow, they've really like desensitized people, like even me, and I don't care about anything. Not that I don't care about anything, but none of that stuff bothers me. But maybe because I was sitting there watching it with my kids, and I'm like, wow, because I was, I don't know, they probably don't think about it that way. They're just watching it and for entertainment value. They're not watching it for what it means, I guess. I don't know, it just struck me as odd. I was like, damn it, that's very disturbing.
I don't know, so many of the movies from that era are dark and weird, and
yeah,
we don't watch Alice in Wonderland because it's weird, and I just don't.
It is. It's strange. I'm not gonna argue. It's a strange movie.
Yeah, and we don't watch
it's
Pinocchio.
Not as weird as the Johnny Depp version.
Yeah, that's true, but we haven't watched that one either.
Yeah. That thing's yikes.
My kids haven't even watched like Dumbo.
Dumbo's another one that's mean. I mean,
oh yeah.
Tilly runs away
soul crushing.
Tilly runs away from the circus. It's like, holy crap. It's like a poster movie for bullying.
If you ever feel like you just need to cry, just watch Baby of Mine by itself, and you're all set. You can just cry.
I don't know.
So I'll stick with the Moanas and the Frozens.
Yeah.
And,
and the first 15 minutes of Up.
yeah, so. Thankfully, they don't get that part.
What's that?
They don't get that.
The kids?
Yeah.
No, I don't think mine do either, but I don't know that they've seen it more than once anyway.
Yeah.
Because I don't think, I think I remember the first time we tried watching it, sitting down as a family, and even I was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
And we never finished watching the movie, and then I think I watched it by myself another time when I was off from work or something just to finish the movie out. And I was like, oh, wow. I mean, after that, it's great, but it's like, jeez.
Yeah.
The only way, see, listen, Jessica, this is how you do it. You want to make yourself, you want to have a cry fest? You watch Toy Story 3 immediately into the beginning of Up. The end of Toy Story 3 into the beginning of Up. I mean,
I hear you. In college, I tested it with one of my friends where we just watched the ending scene of Toy Story 3 when Andy plays with them for the last time to see if that would be enough or if you needed the whole build-up. And I was like, ugly cry, boo-hooing out loud. So that scene is enough to just crush me.
Oh, I mean, start from the incinerator scene all the way to the end. Because, I mean, that's where it started for me in the theater.
I'm not an emotional person. I'm not a crier.
I'm not either.
But
me either.
No matter how many times I watch that movie, it gets me every time.
My wife, too. And we look at each other and laugh. We're like, it's a freaking cartoon.
I know.
But my wife, the same thing. She's got tears going down her face. I'm choked up and trying, beet red. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
And then just go ahead and add in some Bing Bong from Inside Out. And
oh,
all that.
Stop it. That was, yeah, for real. That was my favorite part of that movie was that character. Bing Bong.
I know.
Yeah, that sucked. He had to sacrifice himself for that pain in the ass. Annoying Joy. Couldn't stand her.
She was mean.
She was mean.
She was not joyful.
No, she was a
mean
bitch.
Stand in your little circle.
That's right.
Mean.
That is mean. Didn't want the sad. You're gonna turn everything sad. When? Just because she didn't want to cut the cord, for lack of a better word. She didn't want the girl to grow up.
You have a lot of feelings about a movie about feelings.
What's that?
I feel like we need another episode to discuss how you feel about this movie.
Oh, boy, I need fire to shoot out of my hair, like anger and Hades, to get through this. Because the other three emotions were so much better than those two. I mean, sadness was okay. Sadness was funny. But the other three were great. They should have had more stuff with them.
Well, yeah. Disgust. I love her.
She was awesome, I know.
I really liked Fear.
Fear was good, too.
Oh, Fear, too.
I mean, the three of those were great when it was just the three of them trying to figure everything out. I mean, the movie had some high points, but back to front, it wasn't like the greatest thing in the world. Front to back.
Yeah, agreed.
Beginning to end, whatever the hell it is. Like, there's no, you know why it was for me? The story was good, and I liked that part of it. There's no memorable music, other than the Bing Bong song.
Yeah.
There's no music. There's no songs in that movie. I mean, there's a score, but there's nothing to sing. And even the Bing Bong song, like I can hum it, but I don't remember the words. It's like, who's your friend till the end? Bing bong, something like that.
I've got nothing. Sure.
I don't know. Okay, so that's our list. Does anybody have anything else off the top of their head before we close it out?
I think we've done well.
I think we've exhausted ourselves. Okay, so we hope everybody enjoyed that. We hope everybody plays along somehow, some way. It's a fun thing to do. Holidays are coming up. You're looking for an icebreaker. You're at your in-laws and you don't want to be there. Let's play the elimination game. It's good times had by all.
And talk about Disney movies, which they probably already think you're crazy about liking anyway.
Exactly. Hey, it's better than talking about politics or current events, right?
Amen.
Amen to that.
That's how I survive in life. Stay in the bubble. Stay in the bubble. It's scary outside the bubble. All right. With that, we're going to close out this episode. We thank everybody for listening, and we'll talk to everyone next time. Follow our troupe at www.dizexplorers.com, where you can find all the links for all our hosts' social media accounts. You can also follow the podcast on our Facebook group at the Diz Explorers and on Twitter and Instagram at the Diz Explorers. You can download this podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Podbean, TuneIn Radio, Stitcher Radio, and also on YouTube. Thanks for listening.
Hope you had a good time. So long from Jiminy Cricket and Spectro Magic.